No. That for that I configured, so it asked me to load something, and it loaded, and it is all fine now. So it added a profile.
So you have Teams in your iPad.
Yes,
and you have configured this new email ID.
Yes, that's correct. I've configured a new email ID. Earlier also I had Teams. So from this only I used to log in. So it became easy to transfer all the appointments from the Gmail ID to this.
Gmail ID too?
To this ABB ID.
Your private appointments you are transferring from Gmail ID to ABB ID.
Not private. All that people from ABB who had sent me the email.
Okay. That one. Okay.
No, why should
that you will have anyway. You will have no. That anyway it will be there now.
No, it will not be there because that will not have vilas.sham at. That will not be there. Right?
Okay, I got it.
Because
now you have to change everywhere you have to change the ID is different.
Yes, okay. ID is different. Okay, so I had a nice and a profound experience this morning, and a very chilling experience also. So Lata asked me this morning what was chilling, so I wanted to tell you. So before that, I want to ask you a question. It is, have you heard about you become what you think? Heard about it?
Yes, I heard.
Okay. Have you ever experienced that you become what you think?
I have not experienced.
And that becomes very chilling if at all you come to know. Okay, so I will give some examples. Now, are you the husband of somebody?
Yes.
Sure.
Laukika, yes. No. Alaukika, no.
No. Now we come to the practical side of it. You become
spiritually, no.
No, wait. You become what you think. Oh, okay, now forget the husband. Are you an employee?
Now, everywhere I have to say no only. Neti.
Yeah, Neti. But you have not experienced it, right? That Neti, if you experience, you will get.
Neti not experienced.
Yes. So if you were to experience it right now, you will get liberated.
Correct.
Okay. Now what is it is, it does two things for you. The consciousness does two things for you. One, it will make you feel that you are that. And it will give you that experience. Whatever you think at that point in time. If you think you are working for a company, it will make you experience as though you are working for that company. That is all what we are doing. Let's say, very simple example is that I am seeing. It makes you feel that you are seeing. But if you say I am not seeing, it will not make you see. So there is no seeing in the consciousness. Confusion. Or able to understand.
Able to, what you say, understood.
But if you really get that, it's very dangerous one, because you would have already become that. Let's say I want to become a singer. That thought came into the mind and suddenly you start experiencing singing. Okay, and if you are interested, that is, if the mind gets interested in let's say this classical music, that interested is the feeling what is coming, and you start thinking that I want to listen to a classical music, and you become that. So you become the listener. So it will start to make the person experience what he or she wanted it to be. but by itself it doesn't experience anything. That's the reason it is na karta na bhokta. It only makes the mind experience whatever it wants at that point in time. So you become what you think. If you think that you are getting angry, it will make you experience anger. If you feel compassionate, it will make you experience compassionate. If you want to have loving, then it will make you feel that you are loving. So the consciousness is like a magician which will exactly do what you want. You want to lift something, it will organize you to lift something. You would like to call it as rasam, it will immediately make you experience rasam. If you call that as whatever you identify, it brings that into experience.
That is a kamadhenu experience.
Yes, absolutely. It immediately manifests. It doesn't even take a second time. So if I feel I am a husband, that means first I have to think I am a husband. Then the moment I think I'm a husband, I have become an husband. So I'm experiencing husband. Like that. So I can be employee. Now you see here, but in my case, let's say, I am a consultant. Okay, now what is a consultant? Nobody knows, but I will feel I am a consultant. What if ABB hires me and say that, look, you become an employee, we will not take you as a consultant. Then the very moment, whenever I agree that, oh yes, I want to become an employee, then I feel I am an employee. So what was the difference?
I think we lost. 1 minute, I lost you for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that was surprising. Okay, so what I was saying is that if I am a consultant right now, right? So that is a feeling of a consultant. There is no consultant there. But the consciousness makes me feel I am a consultant. Now what if the company says that we don't identify consultants, you better become an employee. Now if I accept to that offer and I become an employee, what is that has happened? It has become. That means I have now experiencing employee, being an employee or becoming an employee. So the question was, what was the difference between a consultant and an employee? Except for the words, what change has it brought to me? The only thing you can experience is the consciousness made me experience the consultant, and when I became an employee, then it made me experience an employee. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Now then the question comes, am I really an employee or a consultant? Is there anything like that?
You are not both.
But am I not experiencing it?
Your mind experiences.
And that is what the chitta is all about. So mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta.
So based on the experiences we have gained, knowledge from these Panchendriyas, it is stored in somewhere. And then whenever we recall that, that is experience, right?
Yes, that is the experience.
Plus, we have seen what is the difference between consultant, yes, you have real experience. Employee, looking at the other people, you got that experience. And you can bring that experience and you can feel yourself as an employee. That's what you're telling.
Correct. No, not only that, you start feeling that you're an employee.
Correct. It's a dream. A dream stage. In the real stage, you can bring it.
Yes, but
in dream, anything can happen like that. But in the real stage, that is not true. We know that in Jagrata Avastha. So you can bring that experience to Jagrata Avastha and you can experience.
Yes.
So during summer, you can feel cold. During cold, you can feel summer also.
Correct.
Now, what is the message you are trying to give here?
The
That is
message,
Siddhi. You told earlier, this is Siddhi.
yes, this is Siddhi, but if you are able to get that, you will immediately see the fabrication, what is happening. There's a
But then Siddhi is something is against the spirituality, right? If you go behind Siddhi.
No, I'm not going
Doesn't add
behind
any value
Siddhi.
to our spiritual journey.
No, I'm not going behind Siddhi. But when you get that experience, when you get to see that, you will see the gap between what the mind is doing and what consciousness is doing. That helps you to get the clarity.
Okay, in the mind all that happens, but in the consciousness, if you say consciousness is Brahman, then nothing happens there.
Correct.
It only lights up.
It only provides.
So you can bring any chitta, you can enjoy that. It is like an hagalukanasu, we say, use the word in Kannada.
Correct.
Daydream. So anything you can bring and you can enjoy.
Correct. That is what.
Why is that example now you are giving with respect to this discussion? I'm not very clear.
Because the next verse, 145, is about that.
Okay.
And this morning, I had this experience.
Okay.
The chilling aspect here is, if I think wrong, that is, I become that. At that moment, if I say I'm angry, I have already become that, right?
Correct. Role play.
So how did it happen? And that is what is there in 145th verse. That is Bijam Samsrishti Bhumi Jasya Tu Tamaha Dehatma Dihi Ankuraha Ragaha Palavam Ambu Karma Tu Vapuhu Skandaha Asavaha Shakaihi Agrani Indriya Samahitaha Cha Vishayaha Pushpani Dukkham Phalam Nana Karma Samudbhavam Bahuvidam Bhokta Atra Jivaha Kagaha. So what it is if you or I or anyone were to have this tendency to become something all the time, which you will become right at that moment, then the seed of the samsara is already created and it becomes a tree, and that itself is the ignorance. And it starts with body identification as a sprout. Ankuraha is the sprout. Ragaha Pallavam Ambu Karma. Raga becomes the leaves and the work. The karma is the water. Tu Vapuhu Skandaha. Body is its trunk. Asavaha Shakaihi, the pranas becomes the branches. Agrani Indriya Samhataihi, the sense organs becomes the twigs. Cha Vishayaha Pushpani, the sense objects becomes the flowers. Dukkham Phalam, miseries becomes the fruit. Nana Karma Samudbhavam, born out of different action. Bahuvidam Bhokta, of various kind. I, the experiencer. The Jiva. Atra Jivaha Kagaha. Here becomes like an individual bird perched up on the tree. This is what becoming is all about. Any questions?
Samsara Vriksha, explanation.
Yes. But how did it happen? It happened because you keep on becoming something or the other. For few moments you are an employee, few moments you are a husband, few moments you are a father, few moments you are a neighbor, few moments you are this, you are that. And the whole day is spent in identifying one role over the other. And you create a samsara. So 146th verse talks about the bondage is self-caused. Ajnana mulaha ayam अनात्मा बंधः नैसर्गिकः अनादिः अनंत इतरितः जन्म अपाय व्याधि जरादि दुःख प्रवाहापत्तं जनयति अमुषय. This bondage is caused out of ajnana and is anatma bandha. Everything we define and regard is ajnana and also anatma. It is self-caused and it doesn't have a beginning and an end. It is ananta, endless. Janma, apaya, vyadi, jaradi, birth, death, disease, and jara is disease. Vyadi is the pains what one. Old age is jaradi. Vyadi is the disease what one goes through it. Apaya is going and establishing in somewhere or the other. Dukkha, pravaha, patam, that is just like a floods, an endless of miseries. Janayati amushaya, gets bound forever. So if the bondage is bound because one keeps on becoming this or becoming that all the time. If you start from morning till night, before you sleep, you have become so many in that whole day. At one time a team member, one time a manager, one time this, one time a supplier, one time that, and one time a personal, one time official, one time this technology, one time that project, one time this kind of working, one time that kind of working in the whole day. So the experience is drawn, just like you suck what we can say, you suck the juice from a container. We keep on sucking what we want to become. So you become what you think.
Yeah.
And this is samsara. With that,
today I read one story about something very similar to this. Chandrasekhara Bharati of Sringeri, right? That person, real yogi.
Yeah.
One day, I think he's a very close person, but one very senior one. That person, he came to him. He asked him to sit in front of him. And then 15 minutes, Chandrasekhara Bharati, he couldn't speak anything. And just he gave a smile, big smile. Then the guy asked, why are you smiling? Then he said, he's a realized person, right? If I talk anything with you, it becomes samsara. And in the samsara, it's all this kind of dreams only. It is not the truth. So I should not talk because you are a spiritual seeker. If I have to explain something about Brahman, because everything is made out of Brahman. If I say, we always give that Upama Alankara, we just try to give relations. Like water, like that rope and all that. Anything I give, it came out of Brahman only. So from there I cannot explain about Brahman.
correct.
Because that is beyond any of this, what I can think of. Then I was thinking, what I should talk to you for 15 minutes. Then I thought myself, why I am thinking both of this? Both are like it's impossible for me to do. So I am laughing, smiling at myself that what am I doing here?
Correct.
So he was in that deepest meditation, I think, during that time.
Yeah.
So this samsara vriksham, whatever we talk, whatever the role play, whatever desire we have, everything is samsara only. Desire also comes out of our this manas, right?
Yes.
it's very well going with that. Today's my something I was listening to that.
Good. Yeah, Lata, you have anything to comment, Padmashri, or shall we are done with the first book on Vivekachudamani.
Oh,
that's good.
Nirupana is also over.
Part 1 is over.
Yeah, part 1 is done.
Okay.
How many parts, Vilas?
4 parts.
4 parts. I think we are going pretty fast.
No, I think Vilas is trying to go slow, but he is expecting questions. I think both of you in the deepest meditation. I try to in between ask some questions. Not some many.
No, the thing is, if nobody asks question, then what I should do? Then I should keep on going to the next shloka.
Then you have Chandrasekhara Bharati.
Or I have to just sit silent.
So I'm just trying to understand what was your chilling experience. Because when you were talking, then I had this maid who was come to clean. So she was talking to me about her grandson met with an accident and all that. So I didn't hear your chilling experience.
Okay, I will tell you what is chilling. In fact, Bhatt did not understand what I said, so I had to cut it off. So thing is like this: if you really experience what is becoming there, meaning, let's say as an example, if I am feeling irritated, now this feeling is irritation. There is no irritation out there, but there is a feeling of irritation. That irritation is sufficient to get you another life. If continuously, if I am feeling irritated, because it has already become that. I can, just like I have become Vilas now. Now, Lata, you asked me yesterday, who is this Sham? So that was known to you, right? So
Yes.
in your mind, I had not become Sham. So you had only name of Vilas. Then I gave you all the 3, Vilas, Sham, Kadiva. So that means first name, middle name, last name. Now your mind is settled. Now, did I become Vilas? No. Did I become Sham? No. Did I become Kadival? No. But don't I feel that I am Vilas, Sham, Kadival? Don't I?
Yeah. You identify with that.
Yes. And don't I feel myself is Vilas, Sham, as per ABB's ID, whatever they have created?
Correct.
Isn't
So
it?
same way, when you feel that irritation, then you feel I am irritated.
Correct. So I was feeling that is very chilling, because if I were to get into that kind of thought that I am irritated, I am angry, I am sensual, I am this, I am that, I am a consultant, I am an employee, I am a husband, and I am a wife, and I am a father, and I am this and that, which I am not any one of that, isn't it chilling? Because that will lead me, this me, so-called me, into a new life. If this life were to come out, meaning if this life were to end at that moment. Because
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
so it depends on what is coming in my chitta. Right now, the chitta says irritation. So the consciousness, what it is doing, it is making sure that it experiences irritation. Now I feel concerned. The mind, when we say mind feels concerned, it is the chitta which is feeling concerned or creating that concern, and immediately the consciousness makes that feeling possible. You literally feel concerned. So when I say I am literally feeling concerned, there is no concern. It is just a feeling. Just like a feeling.
Yeah. Correct.
Just like feeling of a husband. None of us have experienced anything other than that feeling of husband, and none of you who are married as women have ever experienced wife, but there is a feeling of wife.
Yeah. That part I have understood, yes.
So that is indeed chilling, right? If you don't cut that out, don't you again become a wife of somebody?
Correct. That's true. So whatever you think, you will become that. If you feel you are angry, then you are full of anger. You are anger actually.
Yeah, you are anger. There is no you became angry. It is anger. That's all.
Correct. I got it. It's not that you becoming angry. So you already become. So then you become an angry person next life.
Yes, and you have created the next life there only.
Yeah.
So when I was walking this morning, when I had this experience, I was wondering, I was actually wonderstruck that if the consciousness were to stop right now, what will happen to the chitta? It moves to the next life with all of this impression. It will not go with Vivekachudamani. It will not go with Buddha teaching. It will not go with Bhagavad Gita. All those are there. All those chittas are sleeping. So what chitta will come out? The angry chitta will come out.
Yeah, correct. So that moment when the consciousness goes away, what chitta is there, it goes with that.
It goes with that. So now
it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing when you go to sleep.
Yes.
What is your last thought? That same thought will come when you wake up.
Exactly.
Similarly, the same thing. When you die, whatever you die with, when you wake up again in some other life, that will only come up.
Yes, so that was a very chilling experience because it made me feel so much frightened.
Yeah.
So
you understand at the deeper level, you will feel really scared.
Yes. So it was very chilling to me.
Yeah.
So I was wondering that, and that's the reason my investigation also started between employee and a consultant. All along you feel employee. So the mind says, the mind in the chittas are firing with employee.
Yeah, so actually, so when you feel those kind of irritation or you feel sad or sorrowful, you could sense that, squeezing of the heart.
Yes.
Not the real heart, the other one. So you can really feel it.
Yes.
So that means for me it looks like, if you look in the other way, it is like energy getting blocked.
Yes.
It is the same energy, it is getting blocked, so it doesn't allow the free flow, like a whirlpool. So there is one thing created over there.
Yes.
And then when you are really happy, it is like you feel expanded. That means the energy is flowing. There is no blockage. So it is flowing freely.
Yes.
Then there is no whirlpool.
Then there is no whirlpool. So if there is no whirlpool, you are released. If you are whirlpool, then you become samsara. That's all.
So if you look at that, then we are just those blocks of energy, which are all these kind of negative impressions or whatever, positive impressions or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so that block.
Yeah, they both are whirlpools only.
Yeah, correct.
So if I say I have done lot of dana, charity.
That is also one kind of blocking. So actually, you have to just pass through.
Yes.
With all the experience. Nothing should stay like you are walking in a street. You are not carrying anything with you, right? So just walking.
Yes.
That way.
Correct. That is how it should be. It should have been. So that was a real chilling experience for me because I was fearing. And the fear, the normal fear, is another whirlpool. There is nothing to fear. See, this morning when I wanted to go for a walk, my wife was saying that there are dogs on the street. Always it will be there. So today I happened to meet the one mad dog. It is mad from the time and it doesn't even see properly. So it has become aged and it is mad. So it was standing in at the road beginning and I was walking. And then it saw me and it didn't do anything. I turned back and I was walking down. Then it started walking like how I am walking. Then after some time it went down and there were a pack of dogs. So it started barking. So I was thinking, what will be my wife's mental state now? She will be so concerned about her husband. At that time this happened. that how this consciousness makes that fear possible. So if the mind has a fear of a dog, you automatically start sensing the dog, and a dog appears. See, other people are also walking. See, there was one guy with a pack of dogs sitting there and barking. He just passed by without even looking at them. Okay, now this thought of my wife saying that there are dogs and they might bark and all that, and I was thinking, what if the dog comes? And it came. So that created this real good experience, that how the impressions immediately create reality. So I was wondering that my wife who is sitting inside the home and the dog's barking, she will immediately feel that, oh, I told him not to go for a walk, he went for a walk and the dogs are barking. So she will experience the dog barking more profoundly than what I would have experienced. So
the mind will also add something to it.
yes, the mind adds. So that means the chittas which are firing to her are full of fear. What if it was her last chitta before the chuti? Then where does the consciousness lead her? Into a place which is filled with fear.
Yes.
So now what happens to all her good deeds right now? It's all gone.
It's not gone. No, it is hidden at that point.
Whatever at that point in time, it's not going to come out, right? Let us say she's born in a human, as a human being, in a most scariest place. Now when will that come out? What all good deeds she has done? Who knows?
Yeah, that we cannot predict when it will come out.
When it will come out. It will be there, but when it will come out?
Correct.
So from
it may not come out at that life also.
Exactly. Now, if she is, let us say, she is born in Afghanistan or some other stan where she is filled with fear. So what is she developing? Fear only. So there is no way anything else can come out. So then when will it come out that she was my wife? Nothing. It's gone. So that was the most chilling experience I could ever get. Not only for myself, also for this wife who is sitting. So should we think something like that is the question.
Yeah. So that's why we have to be aware, or we have to be on guard on what's happening in your mind.
Yes.
Moment to moment.
Yes, and that is the reason I was telling you, Lata, that first you observe, then you become aware, then you are going to get liberated. 3 steps. So I was reflecting upon that. So these words of my wife in the morning, that you go but be careful, dogs are there and this is there, that is there. Yes, all that will remain. But what is the state of the mind? Did she transport fear to me? To some extent, yes. Did she become fearful? She became fearful. So she already become called as fear. So until unless she sees me back, she is in anxiety moment. Same thing can be with COVID, same thing with the job loss, same thing with any other loss. And that is what the mind becomes. So the consciousness makes one experiences what one thinks. So you become what you think. Okay, Padma Shri, you have anything to add, delete, modify? You didn't speak anything.
No, I was just thinking about law of attraction when you were talking.
Yes.
This exactly is the law of attraction.
Exactly. That is exactly the law of attraction.
So how you keep your mind, that is how the other things are getting attracted to you.
Yes. Very true.
If you're always afraid, then there will be reason for being afraid, further afraid.
Yes,
If you're fearful, yeah. So the realization and awareness of how to keep the mind is what we are getting trained about now, meaning how you are aware of what the mind is thinking. How do you first observe, and as you put it right, 3 steps: observe, awareness, and then liberation. These are, though it looks like 3 simple steps, but these are the long steps. First of all, observation, continuous observation is very difficult.
Yeah.
And after observation, being aware and making the changes is even more difficult. And the third part will automatically come.
Yeah, the third is automatic.
First two are
The first two you have to put effort. And in fact,
Yes.
the first one you have to put effort. The second one becomes automatic.
Yes, to some extent automatic.
Yeah. And third one is fully automated.
Fully automatic. Yeah.
So it is a hybrid model in the second one.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, what would happen to my wife with this kind of fear? That is sufficient for her to get a rebirth in the most fearful places. Even though she's so sattvic in nature right now. And same thing with me. If I am feeling very much scared of anything, and I'm already become that. Okay, so shall we go to the second volume then?
Yep.
Okay. Now we are getting into this manana. Yeah, Padmashi, you wanted to say something?
No, actually, I just wanted to conclude. Your body is what you eat. Your mind is what you think.
Yes, that's all what it is. Your body is what you eat and the mind is what you think. And they both are two different things.
And both are not you.
And both are not you.
Yes. Yes.
So there is nothing called what you eat and what you think then.
Yes.
Yes.
So
All of us are liberated.
No, both are not you is a realization which will not come so easily. So till that point in time, you are the body, you are the mind. So till that point in time, you have to make good those two things.
Correct.
so
Correct,
The
correct.
body is the asset for you to even be there. It's an
yeah,
asset.
correct. So you first watch what you eat and then also watch what you think.
Yes.
And then it will automatically throw you out.
Vilas, watch what you eat and what you think. That watch, it comes from where? That watch.
That is your consciousness. That is your consciousness.
The
So we
real
are bringing
watch.
consciousness to watch, right? That means the pure, you're getting maximum light from the consciousness that time, and some part of our mind thinks about that, correct?
No, the
Watching
mind
means-
doesn't think. See what happens, I'll tell you. Like this experience. Now, that's the reason I asked you this question. Are you an employee? You said Laukika yes and Alaukika no. So you shouldn't think in that way because you will go conceptual. Now you have to give a real thought. Are you an employee? Let's start that again. Now you don't tell me that I am not an employee. Don't tell me I'm an employee. My question is, are you an employee? Are you aware that you are an employee? Or do you think you are an employee? What is the right thing here?
Currently, my state is, I think I'm an employee. That is my current status.
No, that is the status of everyone. I think I'm a consultant. You think you're an employee. That's all.
Yes.
Now, have you not become that just by that thinking?
Yes, I have become.
Yes, you have become an employee, right? Are you experiencing being an employee?
Yeah, my current experience is I am an employee.
No. Your current experience is you are feeling that you are an employee.
Correct. That is the right statement.
But you have not experienced what is an employee. It's a jumble of
In my mind, I am feeling I am an employee.
Yes, in your mind you are feeling you are an employee. That's all what you can experience. Now,
Correct.
okay, now when we say awareness or consciousness or whatever, that consciousness is aware that it is neither an employee nor a human being nor anything.
Yes.
It just gives the potential to think. Whatever you want to think, it makes it possible for you. If you think you're an employee, you feel you're an employee. Now, in my case, I quit.
What you're telling is law of karma. If I think, it will happen that.
Yes. Now,
Because I want that I should be an employee. So I'm an employee in my thinking.
yes. That is correct. That's all what it is. See, but today, as we talk, I am also getting paid. You are also getting paid. Now, does that really change any equation in the way we are eating in our homes, how we are sleeping, how we are
When you
waking
go
up?
home, no, we don't bring that. It is completely home environment. It is same for all.
Yes. And what is the difference in the office environment then?
But if you have emotions, then that comes to office to home. If you don't have emotions, then home is home, office is office.
No, you did not understand what I said. See, now you are an employee and I am a consultant. Right? Now, is that making any change in your life in terms of eating, sleeping, and taking bath and doing all those kind? Is it bringing any difference to you?
No.
No difference. So what's the difference between you and Lata and myself and Padmashri as far as this process goes?
They're similar. It's a family life.
No.
But mind is different.
No. Again, you became a family. No, I didn't go there at all. Now, again, I'll ask this question. See, now you are an employee, right? That employee, feeling of an employee, is it making any change in your life as you go home from office? Is it making any change to you in terms of eating, in terms of sleeping, in terms of having you going and watching something?
My answer is no.
Yes. So it doesn't make any difference.
Change. Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference, right? It doesn't make any change also. Neither there is a difference nor there is a change. Correct? Irrespective of whether you're employee or no employee, you're going to eat, right? Whether you're employee or not employee, you're going to take a bath. All that is same. Correct? Now, where does the employee exist then?
Only in mind.
No, it's only the feeling. It doesn't even exist in the mind. You feel it in the mind. You start to search for employee, you'll never get it. that is the fun part of consciousness. It makes the feeling come true. Whatever you feel becomes true. If you feel you're sick,
1 minute. No, I have understood that. The feeling comes from where? It is within the mind only, no? That feeling also.
No. The feeling never comes from the mind. The feeling is provided by the consciousness.
Oh, experience.
Yes, because you experience what you feel.
Okay.
You don't
Because my understanding of the whole thing was feeling is a subset of mind.
No.
Now what you're talking is it is coming from other side. It's experience, because I'm used to the word experience.
Yes, so you experience what?
Experiencer.
Yes, the experiencer. The experiencer
Correct.
experiences whatever is felt. So I say I'm feeling this. I feel that
Correct.
today it will rain.
Yeah, I got it now. Experiencer, just witnesses. Yes, you feel now cold, you feel now hot, your employee, your family.
Yes, that is the feeling.
Yes.
Okay. Now what is thinking then?
That means experiencer watching the feeling, right?
Experiencer is not watching the feeling. Experiencer is experiencing the feeling. He is feeling it. There's nothing called
Experiencer is experiencing the feeling.
anubhava.
Got it.
Okay. Now, who is the thinker then? The answer to that is Chitta is the thinker, Chitta is the remembrance. It does two
Correct.
things. It has the memory. It also has ability to think, because it fires, so it thinks. So there is always some thinking happening. So the experiencer, in this case the feeling, experiences whatever it is thinking. Whatever the chitta is coming, it feels. So now you will start experiencing the feeling of employee. Even though you are never an employee as far as your consciousness goes. So what does the consciousness do is, the chitta wanted to think as an employee, it gives ability to feel that state of employee. So now you become employee. You means the whole body and the mind becomes employee. So
Yeah, whatever mind thinks, body has to follow.
yes, so now you put your ID card on your wherever you want to put that, and then you carry it. Then you are an employee of that. So people will watch your card and do whatever they want. They are also feeling that. So they are feeling you are the boss. And they feel they are the subordinate. It's all feeling.
That feeling is bondage.
Yes, that feeling is bondage. So forever.
The moment I go in the office, I swipe, bonded.
Yeah, you are now bound to that company. But the company is not bound to you, but you are bound to the company.
No, I can't say it. That's right. It's only I find that. Where is company?
Yes. So if you start to find where is the company, you will never find the company. You will find the
Company
building.
is not there.
You will find the building.
It's only a set of people. Maximum is set of people and their mind.
And now if you start searching for a set of people, you only get what they feel. So what do they feel? They feel rajas, they feel sattva, they feel tamas.
Exactly. That is perfect.
That's all what they
We
feel.
can see all around only these three things.
So where is the person?
Wherever we go with the people, right?
Yes. So where is the person then?
If you are able to see sattva, rajas and tamas, it is some spiritual advancement. Can I say that way?
Yes, it is. And
Because now we see as a person, Nama and Rupa. Instead of that, you keep that away. In all our discussions, see only sattva, rajas and tamas.
that's
Job
all,
is done.
that is all what it is. So that consciousness now becomes transparent to everything. That means you are the consciousness, now you have become transparent. Transparent in the sense that you don't react. because you're laughing out on this loka, which is only sattva, rajas and tamas.
Yeah, if you observe people with respect to sattva, rajas and tamas, it is a big smile inside.
Yeah, because they are not able to see, you are able to see, so you enjoy their talk.
Because other person's sattva, rajas, tamas will not do anything on me, right?
Yes. It is your
If I am
sattva, rajas.
purest, if
Yes.
I am also having those three, then it will collide.
Exactly. So you are reacting to your own impressions rather than somebody's impression.
That's another thing. That means what I see in front of me, other person, like sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, it is nothing but me only, my projection, correct?
Yes, it's your own projection. So there is nobody there.
But I will have a choice that time. I can just change my direction instead of looking at that sattva, rajas and tamas.
Yes,
I can
you can.
meditate myself and get that whatever I want.
Exactly. And that is what is called as vimukti. Now you are not asking it from outside. You regulate in such a way that there is no movement at all. So the yogaha chitta vritti nirodha has happened. So there are no chittas which are firing with any feeling. So you are liberated. Now there is no samsara.
Yeah, if you see colors, there is no samsara, nothing.
Yeah, so now you are released. So you go wherever you want. Now you are a bird without any kind of imprisonment. Fly wherever you want. This is what it is all about. This kind of,
If I am discussing with the person in front of me and he is sattva, rajas, tamas, and many people together, they have a big sattva, rajas and tamas mix. And all that is my projection. That's what me finally.
yes, that is what you as
But
a-
if I don't look at that also, sattva, rajas and tamas, that means I am perfectly person liberated, right? Or enlightened, what you call.
yes, you are enlightened to the reality which is sattva, rajas, tamas, and you don't have it. You have transcended it.
Because I don't want to attach to that also.
Yes,
Because
you-
now I am deeply attached with that too with the emotions. So in that stage what you are talking about, I am not attached to even those trigunas also.
Yes,
That means there is no world. Because without triguna, no world.
yes,
No panchendriyas, no jnanendriyas, no karmendriyas, no mind, chitta, ahankara, nothing.
so you have just now experienced nirvana shatakam.
I think this concept is clear.
Yeah, that is all what
It is not that person is problem, because I have created that person in my mind, because he is not body, he is not mind. So I have created,
yes, you are created.
and then I am dealing with that. I have created two minds. One is that, one is this.
Yes, so there is a conflict.
There is a conflict because never two things will go together.
So we will take this on Monday, second one,
Oh, 9:30 almost.
almost 9:30. Yeah, Lata, you wanted to say something?
No, I thought we are going to close, so but I think good that we are going deeper.
Yes, so that's the reason I said that today was a most profound experience and a chilling one. I'm able to see who is behind everything. And hence profound. I'm able to see how the chitta will become what it wants to become. And that is very chilling because it's very dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. So what all thoughts and feelings come on a moment to moment basis.
Yeah.
And any moment could be your last moment.
Yes.
definitely chilling when you see it. Yes.
Okay, so let's be alive until Monday and discuss the second chapter.
Okay.
Okay, all right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.